Hello, welcome to my new series. Beer of the day. I'm gonna be having a beer every day, talk about stuff. Today I'm drinking a Corona. I got the Long Dog can. I'm very excited to dig into this one. Okay. Today we're gonna be addressing the elephant in the room. Black Ops 3 Zombies robbed us. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Black Ops 3 Zombies, like, to death. I mean, it has probably the best map lineup of any Zombies game out there right now. You have Shadows, which is arguably top 3. Top 1 for some people, if you like the monster and the Easter egg. Darius and Drac as DLC 1. Just two amazing maps back to back, with the Giant, which is a remaster of Darius, which I think's balance out the more complicated Easter egg of Shadows very well, because I think Shadows had like a much higher like barrier of entry and stuff, especially due to like the monster and just the obscurity of the Easter egg. It was definitely like a step up of anything we've seen from like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or even World at War. It definitely followed like in the Origins footsteps. Well, Darius and Drac more did, so, but... And you have Darius and Drac, just phenomenal map. I can't express how glad I was to see like the elemental wonder weapons return. Like, don't get me wrong, the Apothecan's Servant, whatever the fuck it's called, it's really fun, but there's something about like that freedom of player choice with the elementals that it just scratched that itch perfectly. You know, you get like a different playthrough every time. It's like, oh, I'm playing Darius and Drac solo this time. Maybe my bastard friend will let me use the lightning bow for once. So I just really appreciate that, as well as like it's good implementation of the wall riding mechanic from the multiplayer. And Zetsubo and Gorod, great maps too. Zetsubo is probably the weakest out of the three, I'd say. The map's pretty cramped, and the wonder weapon's not all that interesting. It's more or less just like a shootable PhD flopper, kind of. And Gorod's great on its own, really, but it's just when you stand next to the giants of Shadows and Darius and Drac, it's just hard to look tall. But through all of this, what was like really impressive was the storytelling of our premise crew, since we spent 10 years with them since World at War. And like, you really felt as the DLCs were coming out for this game, the series was wrapping up, it really felt like this was the end of Zombies, at least like the premise storyline. But it was emotional seeing them like have to choose to kill all their alternate selves, because they're just great characters. And it felt so interesting when we chose to spare Nikolai's. And all this build up with Dr. Monty, Agartha, the Dark Ether, the Apothecans, the Summoning Key especially. You really think, they really have you believing that the Summoning Key is like, this is it. You know, we've filled it up. We've done all this work, all these Easter eggs in the other map, like this is it. It's time for the Keepers to face the Dark Ether and Dr. Monty. And that's where you just get to this bastardization of a map revelations. Like, are you I gotta take another sip before I get the revelations. You're telling me that this, what was really supposed, very obviously from the pacing, supposed to be the climax of this 10-year story, is this Frankenstein, reused, rehashed, unoriginal ass map? Like this Frankenstein just monster of a map. from all original content minus the Reese, which, I mean, they put plenty, like, new into the Reese with the specialists and just the whole, like, asset revamping. And you're telling me we get Revelations as DLC 4? Are you fucking kidding me? They robbed us. That was supposed to be the Great War. It was supposed to be the Great War. What else was it supposed to be? And, like, really, Activision's excuse for Revelations is like, oh, we want to put more effort into Black Ops 4 because we got to make a Black Ops 4. I mean, first of all, that just fucks everything up if you're just going to drag the story out like that. And second, where did that time even go? To Voyage? To fucking Blood of the Dead, which is a downgrade of Mob of the Dead? They took out the goddamn Golden Gate Bridge. It was supposed to be the Great War, man. They took it from us. They take everything from us, man. That was Richtofen's chance to redeem himself. Instead of getting that sad, just heartbreaking, just day-ruining death in Mob of the Dead, where he gets forgotten for all his hard work, he should have been revered as a hero in the Great War. That was it. The cycle should have been broken. There shouldn't have to be another cycle loop. And you're telling me this character that I love with my heart, Richtofen, dies in a pocket dimension instead of the Great War? Oh. Alright. That's just really grinding my gears, man. I'm gonna need a bigger beer for this shit.